Please welcome your host.
How do I...
If real life had Echo Fighters, he'd be the one for the bot builder. It's Builder Bot the.
Nope, that's not it at all. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Sorry. Yeah, a bit of a dire situation for your, favorite host, Builder Bot the. Because, I'm just trying to figure out how to solve a Rubik's Cube, again. Yeah. I'll just put it down for here for now. Yeah, welcome to Heat B of Robot Wars Om3ga. Still a really, really dumb name. The bot builder, you need to get a better naming person, or at least fire whoever it was, but hey, that's beside the point. As we know, last heat, we saw Whiplash, the reigning champions, go all the way and destroy all comers, including Supernova in the heat finals, to become our first grand finalist. Supernova, they went down into the last chance saloon, and well, by the end of this episode, we'll be having another machine going into the last chance saloon, as well as another machine going into the grand finals. And we have quite the star-studded lineup for you here as well. Not only do we have the account Mayhem champions, Rapture NG. Of course, Razor 1905's machine went the distance to win the third ever account Mayhem, beating their rival Subatomic along the way and pulling off the odds, taking out tournament favourites Lord Charles Shaw in the finals. But we also see Chaotic Robotics machine and New Blood champions, Airborne. Of course, the New Bloods is meant to find the most promising newcomers, and can Airborne live up to the hype of their New Blood championship win? But these two machines better be on notice as well. A personal favourite of mine, a personal favourite of many other people's, is also in this heat. As well, we see Wildcard, the inaugural internet champion, the robot with a longer unbeaten streak than anyone else, is in this heat. Can anybody add another defeat to the name of Wildcard? Well, by the end of this episode, we'll have an answer, and that answer will either be yes or no. But, as you all know, not only do the robots have to look out for each other, but they also have to look out for the house robots. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have the most overrated husbando in the history of husbandos. It's Toxic Seahorse. Diablo Better, the bot builder. And, well, we have the fat ass that is Matilda. Jeez, have you shed off any of that 350 kilos since the last time I've spoken to you, Matilda? Yeah, thought not. Let's get into the episode.
Well, Heat B is looking to be one very interesting heat. We've got a wide range of experiences, but none of these machines, despite their experience, has actually been in a mainline competition. So in Melee 1, we have It Takes Two to Tango, the only robot that's competed in a previous series in this heat, as they're going to be taking on the account Mayhem champions Rapture NG, the former internet champion Velociflippa, and the robot with the longest unbeaten streak in Robot Wars Om3ga, Wildcard. A very interesting melee that, with a very wide range of machines. All of them could definitely do very well in this heat. And then, on the flip side of Melee 2, we have the New Blood champions, Airborne, the Antweight Anarchy Series 1 champions, Smidsy, a brand new machine in 2-pack, entering their second ever fight, and the robot that just got made into a Hexbug toy, Hypershock. So, hey, this heat is looking very interesting, very unique designs with flippers, spinners, and crushers, so let's just get this show on the road.
Introducing first, It Takes Two to Tango. And their opponents, the reigning account Mayhem champions, Rapture NG.
This is my escape. I'm running through this world and I'm not looking back. 'Cause I know I can go where no one's ever gone and I'm not looking back.
Velociflippa. Wildcard.
Let me go, blood drip from your camera. It's like a knife held in your hand. What you mad about? I don't know, and I don't give a damn.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Well, once again, we see Wildcard and Velociflippa in the ring at the same time. These two just can't escape each other, and well, look at that! Look at what they've done to Rapture already! And look at that, well, fortunately, little corruptions there. I mean, if that was the case, we could have seen a major shock, seeing the Account Mayhem champs go out in the first round. At least all the Account Mayhem champs go out, well, later on, and we get to see it again. We get to see Velociflippa and Wildcard duke it out again. These two hate each other. These two have probably one of the biggest blood feuds in Rock Wars Omega. I mean, obviously not on the same level as Endgame Roadkill, but they still hate each other. And look at that. Look at that Toxic Seals getting the axe stuck right in. I mean, Wildcard, no! Wildcard gets rid of Rapture MG. That is a major shocker. That's a major shocker there. Getting rid of the Account Mayhem champions. They're gone in the first round. We didn't even see them. I was looking forward to seeing them. They were the machines I was looking forward to in this heat. Of course, Wildcard was the one I was looking forward to the most, but I thought they would go through along with Rapture MG. And look at this. It takes two to tango, struggling. Poor Velociflippa, this is what happened to them. This is how they lost to Exterminator to lose the Internet Championship. Obviously, they beat Wildcard to win the Internet Championship. But currently, Velociflippa on their backs, they're struggling. That is a major shot. I still can't get over that. The Account Mayhem champions got in the first round. They beat so much adversity to get to win the Account Mayhem championship, and they're already out. They are literally already out of here. And Velociflippa is now ganging up on it. Takes two to tango, probably seeing them as the weakest link here. Although I think Wildcard don't care about who the weakest link is. They just want to get rid of the machine they hate the most. And that's exactly what they've done. They get rid of Velociflippa, screwing them out of yet another match. Probably payback for, well, Velociflippa being the one to end the streak. Payback served for Wildcard. And a very battered It Takes Two to Tango progresses through to the heat semi-finals with them. Cease. Introducing first, the reigning New Blood champions, Airborne. And their opponents, Smidzy. Two-pack. And Hypershock. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Oh, here we go. Well, after that, well, major upset we saw in the first round, this melee is definitely a lot more open. And honestly, if I had to pick, I'd obviously go for Hypershock and Airborne. Like the other two, I mean, Smidzy did have success in the pre-series, but the robots have improved so much since then. And two-pack is, well, two-pack. And that's all you need to know about them. And, well, Airborne coming in for a good powerful flip right there in onto Hypershock. Of course, the powerful flipper of Airborne. Airborne now trying to come in for a flip in onto Hypershock. Two-pack trying to come in for a good little nibble, a good little bite down. Smidzy revving up that spinner, and they're trying to cause some damage to two-pack here. Two-pack, soft beefing the pain Airborne. Now, we've already seen the Account Mayhem champs go. Will we see the New Blood champs go as well? I mean, I highly doubt it. I mean, it'd be a shame if we do, but it will make this heat, well, it won't make it open at all because Wildcard are still here. And Wildcard are obviously the favourites to blooming win this heat because it's blooming Wildcard. Only one machine has beaten them, and Wildcard's kicked their ass multiple times anyways. So maybe they were just ill that day, I suppose. Smidsy trying to come in with that vertical, not vertical, that horizontal spinner in onto the wheel of Hypershock. Hypershock now comes in for a devastating blow with that vertical spinner. And, oh, a big hit there into Smidsy, sending Smidsy flying. And, well, Toxic Seahorse getting in all the action this episode thus far. Matilda has not actually done much at all, which is a shame, because, well, we all love Matilda, and Airborne trying to come in for a flip onto Smidsy, trying to flip them out of the arena. Hypershock very nearly going in the pit then. And Hypershock now revving up that spinning blade and uppercutting Smidsy there. Smidsy trying to rev up that real little spinning disc right here. So we get some spinner on spinner collision, spinner on spinner action. But I think Hypershock spinner is by far the deadlier. And Airborne trying to flip 2-pack over and out. I mean, 2-pack based on one of my favourite animals, but I mean, my favourite animal's a seahorse, so there we go. Take that for what you will. And, well, the seahorse is definitely battering 2-pack right now. 2-pack self-righting out. All these robots are still alive, though. Give credit to them for that. Airborne, we've mostly been seeing them using their front-hinge flipper. Their front-hinge flipper has proven to be impressive in the past, though. 2-pack now stuck with Matilda, and you don't want to dance with the flywheel bottom of Matilda. No one does. And, oh, Smidsy are gone. Smidsy are out the arena, courtesy of that powerful flipper of Airborne. And Airborne really did send him Airborne. Oh, no! But they're in the pit. I don't believe it. Hypershock knocking Airborne down the pit. The New Blood champs are out, and 2-pack somehow survives. What on earth is happening? Matilda battering poor 2-pack, but 2-pack somehow survives the onslaught of the New Blood champs. Airborne, after a devastating hit from the vertical spinner of Hypershock, sends them down the pit. I don't believe it. That is an upset there. But Hypershock and 2-pack go through to the Heat semi-finals. Cease.
Wow, I am, gotta be honest, I'm beside myself. 2 really shocking early eliminations in this heat already. Already, the Account Mayhem champions, Rapture NG, and the New Blood champions, Airborne, are gone. And honestly, those were my, 2 favourites to win the heat. Honestly, really shocking stuff here. Really shocking early exits, and honestly, commiserations to Chaotic Robotics and Razor 1905 for those early exits. Such a shame. Both are really cool machines. But anyway, enough about the losers. Because Om3ga is about the winners. And here are the winners and how they line up in the Heat semi-finals. So as you can see here, Wildcard, gotta be probably the favourites to win the Heat now, is going up against, well, Robot, Toucan Head. I really got a feel for that team. Can 2-pack cause the upset of the century? Well, we will have to wait and see. And then on the other side, well, it takes 2 to tango, the machine that ended the career of Bite Force in Robot Wars Omega. But Hypershock, a fellow US vertical spinner, hoping to avenge its BattleBots compadre and take out the Crusher-Lifter combination. Well, honestly, some very interesting matches here. We could get a potential of a major upset, so we'll see if that potential will get fulfilled.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Well, 2-pack, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna... Oh, what Wildcard making never exposed there? Oh, 2-pack! Coming in for a lift. Right there, yeah, right, yeah, there we go. Oh, what a shame. Cut the music. Cease. Oh my god. Well, that's why it's Flipper of the Year, folks. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. I mean, don't underestimate these two machines though. Hypershock did beat Biohazard in record time. It Takes Two to Tango was the machine that ended the career of Bite Force. And look at that though, but Hypershock coming in for a vicious hit with that vertical spinner there. Knocking It Takes Two to Tango up and over, and again coming in for another powerful hit with the spinner, and again, look at this! They're just juggling them here right now. It Takes Two to Tango getting juggled here, and another big hit there from the spinner of Hypershock, and again, It Takes Two to Tango trying to self-right. Will we see the grappling weapon come into play? Haven't we seen it this series? Well, look at that! We're getting to see it right now! And oh, a nice suplex there in onto Hypershock. Hypershock gets knocked up and over. Hypershock trying to rev up that powerful vertical spinner though! And they knock It Takes Two to Tango on their backs. They're upside down. Well, they're not quite upside down, but you know where they are. It Takes Two to Tango. Hypershock trying to rev up that powerful spinner, and again a big hit there from Hypershock. Hypershock now coming for a powerful blow into It Takes Two to Tango. It Takes Two to Tango, they're upside down. Will they be doing the tango after this, I wonder? And oh, Toxic Seals bringing down that hammer axe-like weapon, and another big hit from Hypershock in onto It Takes Two to Tango. It Takes Two to Tango now being spashed and smashed about here, and another big hit. Flipping themselves up and over, and you know, after that last match, we're getting a bit of a competitive one here, you know. As It Takes Two to Tango, once again, coming in for another good grapple, and then coming in for a jackhammer there. That wasn't quite a suplex, that was more of a jackhammer, you know, like Goldberg, and Matilda comes in for a flip onto Hypershock. Hypershock trying to rev up the speed of the spinning weapon, the drive, the power, the push, the drive chain. One half a team drive chain in Grand Slam as well. Which one of Woodrow said he only made a tag team just because he likes both robots, which, I mean, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I can't dispute that claim. The Toxic Seals bringing down the axe weapon in onto It Takes Two to Tango, and another big, and now Hypershock trying to come for another big hit there. Now, honestly, if these two machines go for a fit, they're going to prepare themselves because they are going to fight one tough SOB of a machine, son of a bot. Actually, does Wildcard have a dad or a mum? Or a parent even? Probably not. I guess the creators are the parents, but they're not robots. Son of a person. Yeah, son of a person. I know Wildcard's a dude. It is based on Magic Man from Mega Man and Base. What am I talking about, Wildcard? I should be talking about Hypershock and It Takes Two to Tango. And look at this, coming in with a very powerful spinner there, and another big roll over there. But It Takes Two to Tango, as they proved in their melee, they were a durable bot. They're a very durable machine, and look at this. Ending the match off strongly here, coming in with a grapple. This is a solid match, I have to say, and it is gonna go to the judges. I gotta be honest, I think we were the real winners of that match. A very good, fun, fast-paced match. Both robots came in with the action at different points, but it is gonna go to the judges. And they're telling me that it's actually a lot closer than one would think as well for control. They've given it to It Takes Two to Tango. But for damage, they've given it to Hypershock. So it is, in fact, a split decision. It all comes down to the all-important aggression category. But the robot going through to the Heat Finals is Hypershock. Yes, well done to them.
Wow, what a set of Heat semi-finals. Two incredibly memorable matches. Wildcard dispatching of 2-pack in a matter of seconds, and Hypershock and It Takes Two to Tango putting on one hell of a performance. Got to be one of the best matches just in Road Wars Omega history. That's such a close fight. But will the Heat final live up to that encounter between It Takes Two to Tango and Hypershock? Well, who knows, as it is the Flipper, Top Hinge, the former internet champion, the longest reigning internet champion, and the longest unbeaten streak in Robot Wars Omega, Wildcard, is going to be taking on, well, this machine right here, called Hypershock. This really is going to be a question of ground clearance, and if Hypershock can get underneath Wildcard, we could be seeing something very interesting here. So can Will Bales upset the fan favourites, or will Wildcard make it a predictable Heat win? Well, let's get to the arena, because I know one thing in particular. I may not know who's going to win, but I know that this match is going to be spectacular.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And call me crazy here, but I think Hypershock is a machine that could give Wildcard a good go in here, because look at that! They're lower than Wildcard, getting in underneath them with that vertical spin of Wildcard upended. They do stuff right though. Wildcard getting the quickest match in Om3ga so far, but Hypershock definitely giving them a good go for their money here. You look at that though. Wildcard coming in for another flip. Hypershock trying to come in for a good hit onto Wildcard. Toxic Seahorse comes in with the axe there. And could Hypershock come in with a big upset? This is some great stuff here. And Toxic Seahorse has spiked into one of the wheels of Wildcard. So now that 6-wheel drive is not as good as it is, but they're still coming for a good flip onto Hypershock. Hypershock definitely shocking Wildcard right here, right now. Wildcard trying to serve right. This is some great stuff here. I can just see the people in the live chat right now are rooting for Hypershock here to do the unthinkable and beat this seemingly unbeatable machine of Wildcard. Wildcard comes in for a nice flip there onto Hypershock. Hypershock has definitely impressed us this heat. Beating Airborne, beating It Takes Two to Tango, and then very nearly beating Wildcard. Wildcard's coming in for a flip though, and this is some great action right here. This is a great Heat final so far. This is what Heat finals are made for. Heat finals are intense, powerful, meaningful. Both machines just putting all their effort in. They're putting in the work. They're putting in the hours. But will they take what's theirs? Well, we'll have to see. I mean, they are fighting for what they do believe is theirs, and that's a spot in the grand finals. Hypershock definitely proving to be a tough robot for Wildcard to face, but now Wildcard, I think they're getting their rhythm back, they're getting their mojo back here, and if they actually pull this off here, then Wildcard will be going into a grand final, their first grand final. Both these machines, Om3ga is their first ever series as well. So that's what makes this even more impressive, their first main series, and they're already putting on, well, not only a great show, but a great showing for these two essentially rookies, only made like last year, I believe, anyways. Hypershock self-righting using that stream egg. Of course, it looks like a car. It's fast like a car. The spinner is as powerful as a car. And now I think Wildcard are definitely making a good, strong, solid comeback here. We've got like 30 seconds left on the clock, but look at that, getting in underneath Wildcard there. Although Wildcard now coming for a flip onto Hypershock, they're going to try and flip them up and out of the arena here. We've not really seen the top hinge in use this episode so far. And oh boy, Toxic Seahorse now bringing down the pain. Here comes the pain. And Wildcard coming for a flip in onto Hypershock. This is going to be one close match here, you know. If it does go to the judges as well, look, all these machines are coming in with some great damaging hits here. I think, well, considering Wildcard has 6 wheels, that blow at the beginning by Toxic Seahorse didn't do much. And it is gonna go to the judges. And this is gonna be one close match for the judges to decide. Oh, it's all really tense. The judges are telling me that this is one of the closest matches they've ever had to call, and they just didn't want to call it as well. This match was brilliant. This was one of my favourite matches. Such a great match as well. But the judges have made their decision, and they're telling me now that it is now a split decision. Obviously, for damage, they gave it to Hypershock. Of course, Wildcard suffered damage at the hands of the house robots. But the judges also said that going in on control is Wildcard. So it all comes down to this important category, and they said the aggression was the toughest part to decide, as both machines were just really aggressive in that match. Like, they actively wanted to kill each other, but... And they know this decision ain't going to be popular either way, but the judges felt that the robot who wins on aggression is Hypershock, and Hypershock causes the upset of the series. This is an upset. This is a cupset. Can we spam hashtag cupset in the chat? Because this is a cupset. Hypershock have done it. Hypershock have now became but the second machine in Robot Wars history, Robot Wars Omega history, to beat Wildcard in a match, and in absolutely fantastic fashion too. Jeez, I still don't know what I'm meant to do with this bloody thing. Is it like this? No, it's not like that. Just making it more unsolved now. No. That's not it either. Congratulations to Hypershock, the winner of this heat, and honestly, what a surprise it is. I know Hypershock has its many fans, but nobody, and I mean nobody, not even me, and I'm the biggest brain of them all. As you can see, I'm on the verge of completing this Rubik's Cube, so you know I'm clever. Saw this machine coming as to, well, to become the heat winner, taking out and causing a major upset, beating Wildcard on a very close judge's decision. Well, congratulations to Hypershock. You win the heat, you go into the grand finals, and, well, poor Wildcard, well, they go into the last chance saloon. And, well, that basically really does it for this episode. As you know, I'll see you again next time for Heat C. And, well, if you don't mind me, I have a thing to solve. Yeah. Oh, fuck, what am I meant to do? Oh. Yes! I did it! I did it! 2-time Rubik's Cube solver. Ha! I have solved it 2 times now. 2 times, baby!